So we are set up with enemies, we are set up with the collision. Now we are going to add the spawning points for the player. In this case, I will going to add 4 player start points by putting them here. Double clicking it, you can select which character is going to be spawned where, what the initial direction is, and what animation they are going to be when they are spawned. So in this case, I just leave them this way. And third character, north, idle is okay, and then this is the 4th character, north, idle is also okay. So additionally, I'm going to add a default squad, which we need to test out the level in the editor, because you don't have a standard progress here. So I'm going to select just one. I explained that in another video, how do you do a default squad. So this is the default squad. So this will spawn 4 people here, and we'll put them here, and all are facing north. Additionally, we are going to place some music, because we want to have some music. Selecting engine room 1, and the battle track can be. Alright, you can have as much and different songs you want to have too. So additionally, we have to place an environment trigger, which decides which sounds the doors and all objects are making. So different scenarios have different environment sounds. So we're taking engine room, because that's the engine room tile set. Alright, so I think we are set with the basics for the level. So what we now have to do for the game to work is add some fog of war settings. Fog of war are the rooms which are hidden when you are not have entered them yet. So currently, that's if you press the F key, and you get in the paint mode for fog of war. So what you're going to do is add, like with the collision, add through each room such a field. This defines for the game which is a room and where the doors are. So they have to overlap here. So this is room 1. Pressing enter selects it, and now we are going to do it this way for that room. So now we are set. So we have 2 different rooms. One is here and one is here. So now we are going to play test it before finishing it up and doing a little event for it. So I'm going to save it, and by pressing here on play, you actually can play the level directly in the editor. So now we have our 4 peoples that are spawned. Here is the box we had. We can do that. And now let's walk up here and open the door. Now the next room is open. We can play the game. Everything seems to work. Music is playing. Alright, so by pressing the S key, you go back to the editor again, and you can continue working on what you have been doing. So everything seems to be fine. What we now want to do is actually hiding the enemies, so they are not going to be there in the first thing we are going to do. So we are doing, when you enter the room, so we are going to do a little script event, which is done by using triggers. In this case, these are all the different triggers we have. So we are going to add a little attribute listener here, which checks if this attribute here, in this case opening the door, is triggered. If this is done, we are going to make a little timer action, so it's a little bit delayed by half a second, and then we are going to add starting a dialogue action. And after the dialogue is done, we are going to add another timer, and then we are going to do a jump sequence where the enemies will be spawned, and after that we are done and the fight will be started. So you have to connect these into rows so that they are triggered after each other. So in this case, after the timer action is triggered, we are going to trigger a dialogue sequence. In this case, I'm going to do one and have to, we're going to write a new one. So if you open the door, the guy who opens the door says, okay, I think there will be a jump. So I'm going to save this to the text files and call it tutorial 1.txt. All right, so that's it. In this case, the timer action, we are going to select the dialogue we wanted to play. In this case, the tutorial 1 text. Connect that with the second timer. So in this case, this timer. And after half a second, the jump will be initiated. And the jump will spawn enemies, and from the default enemy layers. You can have as much enemy layers as you want and can script them after each other. So now that everything is set up for our little script, we have to do, you have to set where the script starts. That's for the engine, so it knows where to start and where to end. So in this case, here. Alright, so we open the door, enemies come in and will attack us. Now we are going to do a little bit of detail stuff and adding lights. So first thing, I will place some light sources. Let's see, light sources. So let's place a few of them here, here. By themselves, they do nothing. They're just objects like every other object too. And we place one of these here with the shadow. Oh, no, let's place it here and here. So they do nothing. Actually, they are just there to look like there will be a light. Right, so this is okay. So now we are going to switch over to the light layer, activate it. So now it's dark. Let's set the darkness color like 15 blue and 5 green. and when it's dark, it's rather dark. So let's put this alpha value to 200. So now we are going to add lights. For that, you have to select the light brush and then go over here and select the different lights we have. So first we are putting here, one here. We're going to scale it by pressing the S key and scale it up a little bit and scale this one up too. And then we are going to do this one. So also with pressing S and dragging, you can scale the lights as you want to. Copy them. All right. So that's it for the light, and we let this one flicker. You can flicker them by activating flicker, setting timing. So normal phase can be half a second to 4 seconds. Flicker phase can be 0.4 to 2 seconds, and it's rather slow. And the flicker range is the full spectrum. So this light is going to be out and on, so it is flickering like that. All right, now to make it look a little bit more impressive, we are going to add an object layer we call light glow. Right, make it additive, so it's brightening up the environment, and we are switching back to objects in this case because now we are in the object mode again, and we are going to add some glows to the light. Now they're white, double clicking it, making them more bluish with a little touch to pink, lila. That's a little too much. 50 and maybe 150. Right. Select that for this one too. Make it a little bit different here. So now we are going to add a secondary glow, which is a bit brighter. This one will be like 50 here. All right, make it smaller. Right, now we have some glows over them, and additionally I'm going to add some new layer for decoration objects. In this case, some stuff lying on top of the boxes. Calling them decor objects. Going to the objects here. So let's pick some random stuff we are going to put here. This one here. Some soda cans here. And then I'm doing another object layer, but moving it down below the drop shadow, and call that decals. Blend mode normal, and now we're going to put in some like shells here and here, and some this one, putting in some debris on the floor. Going to add some dirt decals like this. These are just little details which make the level more, you know, lifelike. And in our scenario, it's make them a little bit more, yeah, as actually somebody has been living there and using these rooms. So some of the smudge here. And now some bullet holes in the walls. Right. Okay. We could do some bodies at the ground, so there was a fight already. Okay, so we are activating the light again, and let's playtest our level and see how it's going. When you click on play, the game saves your current state, so you're fine. Alright, so this is now our finished level. We are going now to move it here, and now when we open the door, it should actually initiate an event. Did it live up, he said? And now the enemies are there. Alright, I think that's it for the moment. That's how you do small levels. In other videos I will go in depth on different, more complicated issues, and I hope that gives you a little understanding how easy and powerful at the same time our editor is. I hope you like it, and talk to you soon.